Okay. Here we go. We're just like an hour late. It's fine. It's completely fine. It's finally not raining. It's actually a beautiful, gorgeous, sunny day, and a walk was required. It was required. So I went for a walk. Enjoyed the sunshine because it might not be sunny later. Oh my goodness. I was also having some tech issues. I was trying to get this scene to work where I don't have the mask on the camera, so like I actually have a full screen camera, and it wasn't having it. It did not like having two sources from the same camera. So you know what? If we're just chatting, this is what we've got. We've got a pumpkin shape. It's fine. How is everyone in chat doing? I hope you're all having a glorious fall day, or perhaps a spring day if maybe you're in Australia, because that happens sometimes and that's neat. Australian people coming in and be like, fall, but it's spring and it's completely the opposite weather of the year, and I don't know. I think it's neat how there's people in the world having a completely different life experience than I am, because that's cool. Words are hard. Trains of thought. Making words come out of my face. How is everybody today? I have been doing stuff since last stream. I went to a chair dancing class on Friday, as in like pole dancing, but with a chair. So like sexy dancing with a chair. Not good at it, but it was really fun. I managed to do something wrong and bruise my left ankle pretty well. I'm almost healed from Friday, and now it's Monday. But yeah, rolling over on the floor, you can do that very wrong. I also learned that I have 0 hip strength, decent flexibility, which I'm very pleased with, but no hip strength? Like, trying to hold your leg up in the air and be all, like, sensual? It's really hard. And I discovered last night that not only did I bruise the front of my knees because there was so much floor work, knee pads highly recommended for chair dancing, by the way. But not only did I bruise the front of my knees on the floor, I bruised the back of my knees because I was hanging backwards off a chair, or not backwards, but like upside down, so like my knees were hooked over the back of the chair, and yeah. So I bruised both the fronts and the backs of my knees. And that's what I get for trying to do sexy dancing. Alas. What else happened this weekend? I feel like there's more stuff I had to tell you. See, this is why I need to write stuff down, so that we can have a little catch up. We'll catch up at the beginning. And I super don't remember anything else that happened this weekend. I just did a bunch of like internet stuff. Oh, the other dance! Because I'm in a performance swing group. So it was just open practice this Sunday. We didn't have an actual class because half the class is off in Montreal for some kind of swing dancing competition that I am nowhere near good enough for. Yet. Maybe next year. So we just had some open practice with only 4 of us showed up, so we got some really good practice in, and then there was a one-off dance lesson for a West Coast swing line dance. So you know, like country line dances, like Boot Scoot and Boogie, and apparently Cotton Eye Joe has a dance too that I don't know. There's a West Coast swing one for Shivers by Ed Sheeran. So I know that one now. That was super fun. That is a workout because I did not realize how fast that song was. I thought there was going to be a little more time to like shimmy and add some style. But it's just just goes. It is a workout. It's like jogging for 3 minutes. Which, when your cardio is crap, like mine, is a workout. But it's good. It was super fun. And I tested myself this morning and I still remember it, which is great because I wrote nothing down, nor did I take any videos. And things have a tendency to fall out of my brain if I don't write them down or record them in some fashion. But this one stuck, and I did it this morning. So if I can do it again tomorrow and the next day, it'll be in my head forever, because I think, like song lyrics, the dance moves are gonna stick forever. Especially since it's only 32 counts. So you just do it over and over again, facing different directions. So you just do the same 32 things over and over and over. So you get to really drill it into your brain, and you have time to add style and flair and make it fancy. But how was everybody else's weekend, chat? How was your weekend? Did you have adventures? Did you watch anything cool? Did you read anything interesting? Did you go someplace? Or did you just, like, sit in a lump and play video games? That's also totally valid. How's everybody else? By the way, what do we think of this teacup? It's got little mushrooms on it. Vintage teacup. I think it's pretty cute. It goes with the whole, like, vest kind of look, I feel. Ow, ow, hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. And not in the fun way. That's just burn your fingers hot. Not like, that's hot. Wrong kind of hot. Alright. Well, nobody's feeling particularly chatty today, so I'm gonna start doing some code. And this might be a small problem if there's nobody in chat to choose my language for me. Oh hey, there is somebody in chat. Hello, Leonard. How are you today? How was your weekend? I'm just about to get started into some code. Oh, I guess I should change my scene, hey? There we go. Just about to get started in doing some code. So I need to make a poll with all the different things. Where's the poll button? Oh my gosh. No, I just want to copy the text. Me and this computer today, specifically for streaming, me and the streaming tech today. Okay, let's go with Python for one that I know. Once upon a time I knew C#, and what's one that I absolutely don't know? Swift. Never used Swift before. Went to a Nirvana concert and this morning I woke up sick. Ah, yeah. Yeah, concerts are real bad for that. You gotta mask up for those. I went to a conference. I went to DEF CON in Vegas, and between the booster shot the week before I went and the mask that I wore pretty much all the time, I didn't get sick at all. I don't know how spending 10 days in a desert surrounded by people that I don't normally see, and somehow not only did I not get COVID, I just straight up did not get sick. So masks, they work. Because I definitely interacted with people that later tested positive, and I did not. Didn't test positive, didn't feel sick, didn't get nothing. So, masks in crowded places. But I'm sorry you're feeling sick. That sucks. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully I can, like, feels weird. Hopefully I can, like, cheer you up and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Hang out. Sleep if you want. Sleep is good. Ember Dragon only took 1 password reset to join today. That's good. I was starting to get worried I was going to need a password reset or something. I had to, like, hard reboot Streamlabs twice to get it to work for me today, because it did not want to do 2 video sources from the same, like, physical thing for some reason. It just straight up crashed. Like, froze, and I had to kill it from the task manager. So, learned my lesson. Don't try to have 2 different video sources from the same physical thing in Streamlabs. Does not work. Don't think it's COVID, mainly congestion, sore throat. That's good. That's probably just a regular, like, cold flu thing then. So, hopefully you're feeling better in a couple of days. Lots of tea, lots of rest, lots of chill. Nervina, hello, just in for a short while, soon bedtime. Yes, I imagine it's rather late for you. I'm sorry the stream's so late today. It was sunny, I had to go for a walk. It was required. The mister talked me into a walk like 40 minutes before I was supposed to go live at 2, and I'm like, I shouldn't, but also I haven't been outside in the sunlight in a few days, and I should really do that, and there's a solid chance it's going to be cloudy and rainy and gross later when I'm done the stream, so. Just past 9 p.m. Okay, that's not so late then. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You're about 6 hours different. That's not so bad. But you also have really early mornings, as I recall. And I don't. I like my 11 a.m. get out of bed time. Not necessarily my wake up time, but it's the get out of bed time. It's gonna suck if I have to go back to a corporate job and do the 9 to 5. Because I really like my 11 a.m. Need to be out in sunlight when it's here? Yeah. Soon we plunge into 24/7 night. Not quite so much here. Here is significantly further south than Manitoba. My mind is always blown when I realize that Southern Ontario is kind of the same latitude as Northern California. So, like, we have a wine region and everything, and it blows my mind how much farther south it is than where I grew up. 11 a.m. is just when I'm sick. Yeah, I like my 11 a.m. I am a night person. I like staying out, left to my own devices. If nobody requires me to do things during the day, left to my own devices, I will naturally go to bed between 2 and 3 and wake up between 10 and 11. And that's just what naturally happens. So, I don't know. It's working for me. The last of my tofu scramble and saucy black beans this morning. Sad panda. I'm sad that I can't eat your food. Your food sounds good. I want your food. I don't have that long nights either. But it feels like it since I'm in the office when it's daylight. I know, right? I always hated, because in Manitoba anyway, the sun comes up at like, sunrise is at like 8:30. And that's about when I'd be getting to the office. And sunset is at like 5:30, which is about when you're leaving the office. So unless you like suit up to go outside on your lunch break in the winter, or you're lucky enough to be near a window, you're not really getting any sunlight. It sucks. I remember university terms. University was even worse, because I'd spend all day in rooms that didn't even have windows. And they had tunnels underneath all the buildings, so you didn't have to go outside, which was great because you didn't have to carry your winter parka with you everywhere. But then The downside to that is I would be in a lecture at 8:30 and I literally wouldn't have a window. I wouldn't see a window until like sometime in the afternoon because it was just like lectures and labs and like gotta sit here and study, or like I found a quiet corner, I'm gonna have a nap. I got so good. I got so good in university at I think it's like the Air Force technique for falling asleep in like 2 minutes or less. Totally works. Takes like 2 or 3 weeks to actually learn it. 100% works though. I got so good at falling asleep in like 2 minutes flat whenever I had a spare moment. I've gotten off on a huge tangent. Where let's walk it back. Hang on. Okay, I was talking about sleeping at university. Sunlight. That's where we were going. Yeah. Lack of sunlight winter terms at university was rough. Leonard, your sleep schedule is about 5 a.m. to 1 p.m.? Oh, that's... You're just fully in the wrong time zone at that point. Unless maybe you work nights or shift work or something. But yeah, if that's your natural schedule, you're just living in the wrong time zone. Mysterious Mr. B was over yesterday. I got lucky. Wait, no. I'm lucky. I got up at 7. Bloody boy doesn't know how to go to bed on time. No, he doesn't. He's even worse than me. Going to bed at sunrise. I haven't seen sunrise I haven't stayed up until sunrise in a very long time. The sigh for like 4 in the summer, the sun gets up before I do. Yeah, because you're like pretty solidly 6 a.m. I feel like, despite the fact that I naturally gravitate towards like sleeping 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. If I can convince myself to be a morning person for a while and like actually get up at 6, I feel like there's so much more day. And I don't know why. It's weird. I guess it's like culturally nighttime is like relaxing time or something, not like working time. So it's like weird to do stuff at night. I don't know. But I feel like there's a lot more day when you actually get up at 6 a.m. Oh yeah, while the ads are on. Yeah, I'm just a little box in the corner. I know. I mean, if you subscribe, you don't have to see the ads anymore. That's about the only perk I've got for subscribers right now. I'm still figuring out emotes. But if you subscribe, you don't have ads. Oh, did you see I updated my channel points? They're now called missing semicolons, and I made a little icon. Because, you know, the number of times things fail because I'm missing a semicolon, and I'm counting on you, chat, to tell me when I'm missing a semicolon. So you guys are the keepers of the missing semicolons. I ran a poll a minute ago, and I don't remember what it said won. I just got talking. Swift. We're doing Swift. Awesome. Okay, thank you guys. We're learning a language I have absolutely never done before. I think I maybe looked at it once in university. I know nothing about Swift. Leonard, your shift starts at 1 p.m.? I mean, yeah, there's a certain cultural thing to getting up just before your shift, so I guess that makes sense. Oh, oh, did you vote for the Python? You actually voted kindly for the one that I actually know. Alas, I'm learning Swift. That's what I'm doing today. Okay, so we have a class which tells me that this is object-oriented, and the problem we're trying to solve is remove duplicates from a sorted array. Great. I wonder if Swift has sets, and if I just cast the array into a set, if that will remove duplicates. I feel like being nice and throw a snake in there. It's a snake, it's a snake, it's a badger, 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 badger. Does anybody else know what I'm talking about? The flash animation with the badgers and the snake and the mushroom, mushroom. Don't tell me which language you don't know, I'll always vote for that one. Because you're mean. Big meanie face. Alright. What is the problem of the day? The problem of the day, it's too warm in this room. There we go. There was a nice breeze earlier, so I didn't have the window open too much, but the breeze went away, so the window needs to be open wider. Learning is good for your... Yeah, I suppose learning is good for my brain. Gotta expand it or something. I guess, if I gotta. Okay. Given an integer array, nums sorted in non-decreasing order. Okay, so like 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove the duplicates in place. In place, such that each unique element appears only once. That means in place means I can't make a new data structure and just copy it over. Which I guess makes sense because some languages have sets where sets don't allow duplicates, so you could just cast it to a set, duplicates magically gone, cast it back to an array, return it. Some languages have that, some don't. So I guess to make it fair, they're saying you have to do it in place, or I have to actually like go through the array and delete the things. The relative order of the elements should be kept the same, then return the number of unique elements in nums. Remove the duplicates in place such that each unit... okay. And what am I returning? Return the number of unique elements. But if I just have to count unique elements, do I actually have to remove them? Consider the number of unique elements, nums to be k. To get accepted, you need to do the following things. Change the array nums such that the first k elements of nums contain the unique elements in the order they were present in nums initially. The remaining elements of nums are not important, as well as the size of nums. Okay. And then return k. Custom judge. The judge will test your solution with the code. Okay. The input, the expected output, calls things, and assert that k is the right length. And then it actually goes through and checks. Okay. Actually goes through and checks. It does not matter what you leave beyond the return k, hence their underscores. Okay. Nums will be at least 1 up to very large, and the values can be -100 to +100, and keep it in non-decreasing order. Learning new things prevents Alzheimer's. I'll take it. I will learn new things all the time. I would like a fully functioning brain into seniority? Senility? No. Golden years? What's the word that I want here? I want good brain. Keep brain good. Want live many years. Oh yes, thank you, Streamlabs. Obligatory, follow if you feel like it. And if you're lurking and don't want to be called out, my follows are anonymous. So beyond a thank you, I won't call you out unless you say something in chat. Prefer golden years to senility? Senescence? Maybe senescence is the word that I want. Hang on. Senescent. Something like that. The condition of growing old or of decaying by time. The state of growing old. Okay, the state of growing old, that's fine. Decay by time, I don't like that. Into retirement, but yeah, but some people don't know how to retire and they just don't actually. We'll go with golden years. Golden years is good. I don't know why they're called. Why are they called golden years? Is it because you aren't expected to work anymore? I don't know. Okay. Move duplicates. This is saying it's returning an int. That's fine. I don't know what this in out is, or what this underscore is, but we have nums, so that's fine. I guess what we want to do is this is a sorted array, right? Sorted. Yes, this is sorted, so I can just compare it to the previous thing. And if they're the same, drop this thing. Okay. So Swift array iterator. Okay. So we want something like this for I in 0 to nums.count. But we don't actually need to look at the very first element. We can start with the second element because we're comparing to the first element. And then we use... Oh. Wait, we can do... Oh, thing in thing. We can do thing in thing. Okay. Except that I do need the index, so I don't want to do that. Okay. So now, if this will also take care of the situation where there's only one item in the array. So this will even only run if there's at least 2 items in the array. And it won't run past the end of the array. So if nums I is the same as nums I minus 1, Swift delete item from array. Oh, it's just your array dot remove at whatever. That's easy. A non-mutating alternative. That will keep the original collection unchanged. These fields to create a new collection, but I do want to change the original. Okay. So we'll do nums. Ooh. But is this going to reindex the array? This might be a problem. Because if this reindexes the array, then suddenly all my counts are going to be off and I'm going to miss items in the array. Oh, thank you for the reminder, Streamlabs. I have social things. You can follow me in the places. I'm so good at this. There's a Discord. You can do Discord things. Yeah. Okay. Remove returns the removed element. Actually, will that mess with my indexing? I might have to get fancy with the loop, but in the meantime, I think what we can do is then return nums.count. And we don't seem to have semicolons in this language. So I don't expect this to totally work. I expect it to partly work. Runtime error. That's awesome. Love it. Enjoy your learning process. See you tomorrow. Yes. See you. Have a good night. Okay. What do we got? What are we doing? Okay. I wonder if it's upset because I'm removing things that it's trying to iterate on. What is the print in here? How do I print things? Oh, it's literally print. Okay. That's easy. Oops. Print nums I. Try that. So at what point in here are we dying? Okay, so I think what's happening is we're reading this 1 and removing it, which then makes this 2 at index 1. But we're advancing to the next index anyway. And which then no longer exists, because once we remove this and there's only 2 elements, there is no index 2. I think that's what's happening. So I think we remove stuff in place? Modify the array in place and return the element that was removed. I wonder if I do this slightly different. What if I do this as like, oops, while I less than nums count, and we just make our own var I equals 1 to start. And when we remove things, we don't advance the index. Otherwise, we do. We only advance the index if we haven't deleted something. Don't know if that's the right syntax. No. In fact, I did mean plus and becomes 1. Thank you. Cool. All right. So does that work for all my cases then? If I submit you, do you work? I'll be very surprised. Oh my god, it actually worked! That was remarkably unpainful. Woo! I'm very pleased with myself. Well, okay then. My runtime is crap. Okay. I'm very curious about how I could improve my runtime, though. Because this only beats 5%. This means runtime, we can do better on runtime. I wonder. There's something more clever to be done here. Just remove the print statement? Oh, yeah, I guess that is gonna slow things down, isn't it? Sorry. I meant to submit that, not run it. Anyway. Hey, beats 6% of users, okay. And then all of a sudden my memory is so much better, beats 82% of the users. Amazing. I wonder how, okay. How can we improve the runtime here? Because there's got to be some kind of nifty trick. Where we can do this faster. I'm open to ideas. But I wonder if it's faster to do something like finding the range of things to delete. Like in here I want to delete element 1 and I want to delete elements 2 and 3. I wonder if there's a way to do that all at once. Because I imagine currently, as I remove elements, it's having to rewrite the entire rest of the array, like shuffle everything forward. Which means the longer the array, the longer it's going to take to run. So there's probably something more clever that can be done there. Keep 2 pointers, one that points to the current placing spot, another points to where you're reading. I'm not sure I totally understand. So one's from where I'm reading, but then am I like, what's a placing spot? Like rather than deleting the thing, I should like move it to the end like maybe these are suggesting? I don't know. It's not that important. We did solve the thing. It's just bothering me. More tea will help, I'm sure. Both start at 0. Every time the previous reading pointer doesn't equal your current reading pointer, write the new value in your reading pointer into your placing pointer and increment placing pointer. Okay, hang on. Trying to visualize. Both start at 0. And every time your previous reading pointer doesn't equal your current reading pointer, write the new... Oh, okay, I think... So one, basically... So like for this one, you'd have... Okay, wait, I have to fully explain this to make sure I understand it. So you have one pointer on the 0, and then you'll have another pointer that goes on and reads this 0, and it's the same, so don't do anything. And then you have this, and then you get to this one, and that's not a 0. So the 2 values are not equal, so you want to take the value from here and write it into the next available writing slot. Because the duplicates are writing slots. Okay. Okay, I think... I don't know if I explained that properly, but I think it makes sense in my head. Mom's sending you Pinterest links again? What song link did you send her? Did you send her the Latin Rickroll? Never Gonna Give You Up in Latin? 'Cause... Yeah, okay, well then you deserve that punishment. You brought that on yourself. Start by having the previous pointer be something you can't get, so the placing pointer always moves forward one on the first index. Okay. I'm just gonna leave that for a minute. Okay. Gotta try this. Pop culture songs done with it's the fact that it's a Rickroll, that somebody took the time to translate it. And then you took the time to share it. It's... I don't know. Offensive's the wrong word, but you know, like, it's just so wildly unnecessary. Right, I was coming over here because I was going to update the list of languages. Okay. So we've got var read is going to be index, I guess, 0. Var write, hang on. So we don't have a writing slot at first, so -1. So then while read is less than nums.count, I guess we can start looking at, we can still do the same thing where we start start at the second element, because if there's only one element in the array, just return it. So then whoa! I'm so sorry. I just completely punched my microphone. I'm so sorry. That was probably really loud. Got too excited. Okay. So then nums at read Okay, there's cases where... Hang on. What are my cases here? To find my first writing slot, it's going to be... if nums at read does not equal nums at read minus 1, then the right spot becomes this read spot, becomes this index. No, that's if they're equal. Sorry, if they're equal. This is a right spot. Hang on. Because this is going to have the right spot keep sliding up. I don't want it to do that. I've got to finish the video editing today. I will have all of the fun in your absence. You're going to miss all the fun. As I sit here staring at things. I can feel my brain expanding as I try to make it solve this problem in a way it doesn't naturally want to. Okay, no, then it's going to equal read minus 1. Find two numbers that are the same. Then we want to I'm not sure if that's right. Else. Not certain about that case. 1 second. But else they are not... Hang on. I'm visualizing poorly. Be easier to start your pointers both at 1 and your previous value at num 0. Right, I need a third one. I need a third one, which is going to be... Well, I guess nums n, or like... The right index should always be one more... Like the right element... The right index should always be one more than the number of things that we've successfully sorted. The right index is never going to be less than 1. And I don't want to advance the right index until after I've written something. So, okay, so if nums at read is not equal to nums at read minus 1, so the previous thing. So I've got two different numbers that I want to advance the right index. By 1. I want to advance the right index. If the numbers, if the numbers are different, I don't want to write on them. So I want to, I'm comparing these two numbers. So this is backwards, whatever. So I'm looking at element 0 and element 1. And my read and write are currently both here. And if these are different numbers, then I don't want to write here. I want to advance my right index. But if these numbers are the same, I want to leave my right index where it is. No, wait. No, wait, because read can, I do need 3 pointers. I do need... Hang on, I've almost got it. I've almost got it. It almost makes sense in my head. Okay. It almost makes sense, I swear. Okay, so I'm starting here and I'm looking at these two things and they're the same. So my right index is going to stay here. My read's going to advance to here. My read and my write index, the values are different. The values are different, so I want to nums at write is going to equal nums at read, and then advance the right index. How does that work? Does that work for the case? Like, what if it just starts? What if it just gives me a sorted array? They're both pointing here. I need to set right to the first place where they're equal. You know that feeling when your brain's like skipping gears, like you're so close and it's just like not quite engaging? Love that. Love that feeling. Love a cup of cold tea. Holy. Oops, don't glug. Why are you glugging? Don't do that. And now I've made a mess. Look at me go. Doing great today. My brain is really resilient to working this way for some reason. I hate it. Brain, can you just be like Play-Doh? Just work for me. Work this way. Work this way. Walk this way. Talk this way. I just want you to work this way. And if I write them, if read and write end up being the same index, it doesn't matter. Okay. So I think start with read and write pointing at different things. If they're the same, oh my god. Brain is absolutely resistant to this. Okay. Let's read. Equals nums right. Then we need to set right to the read index. Else if they're different numbers, I want to copy what's in nums read into nums write and advance well, actually, do I even want to advance it? Does it matter? I'll just set read to that one. And then on the next one, it'll copy the 1 into here. And an advanced read to there, or write. So then this is our write slot. This is our read slot. We actually want... I guess we could just compare those two. And if they're the same... But if they're the same, I don't want to advance my right slot. I'm missing a case. If you're 1, and I'm comparing to -1. Oops. Yeah, wait, okay, so... If does not equal nums right -1. Right equals nums read and right, this one becomes 1. 28. Let's see what that does. Does that even run? Nope. Missing return. Oh, I'm missing a return. Then what we'll want to return is right -1. Because right is pointing to the index that's 1 beyond the end of the sorted array. But because of 0 indexing, it'll be that many items. I think. Okay. Oh my god, that was way too hard for like 5 lines of code. That took way too many brain cells. But we beat 70% of the users now. And I bet if I delete my old solution, we'll do better on memory too. Hey! Okay, okay, we're beating... why'd it run slower that time? Anyway, we're good on memory too. Oh, that hurt. That stretched my brain in ways it does not like to work. I figured that was a pretty big hint that you didn't have to actually delete and reindex stuff. And my brain doesn't like doing things in place. It's not the way it likes to do things. But we did it, and we did it better. Thank you for your help. I've learned things. Alright. Time for a new problem with some new code and a new poll. Copy the text. Can't just reuse settings. Okay. I know JavaScript. Oh, have you done PHP? Okay. We're running low on things I used to know. C#, and the next thing I super don't know, Kotlin. There we go. So JavaScript is one I know. C#, I knew it once upon a time, and Kotlin I super don't know. Never seen it before. Don't even know what it's for. Does anybody know what Kotlin is for? I literally don't even know. Let's learn. What is it even for? App development? Kotlin programming language. What are you for? Developed by JetBrains. Okay. Server side, multi-platform. Android apps. Okay. I guess that's what it's for. Okay. But if you're feeling generous, Chad, you won't choose that one, and you'll let me do something I kind of sort of know. Kotlin's just cracked Java? Oh man. I do not have fond memories of Java. I suppose Java's another one I could have done for things I used to know. Once upon a time, back in university, we used Java for a few classes, and I have not touched it since. I got very annoyed by things like system.out.println. Just to do some basic println debugging. It was very irritating. And public static void main args, which we had to write out by hand with a pencil on a piece of paper because reasons. Now we just use IDEs and it fills all that in for us because it's not the important part of the language. My tea's getting cold. I have a whole teapot here and it's getting cold. This is very distressing. It's almost like I made this an hour and a half ago. And it's just been sitting here on my desk getting cold. I have done too much dancing in the last few days. And I have some very, very angry muscles. I just discovered a couple more. It's fine. We're fine. We're all good. Definitely did not just about have a massive leg cramp. It's fine. It's all good. So does anybody have an opinion on the language for the next problem? Otherwise, I'm just going to pick the one that I know. If nobody chooses one, it's going to be my choice. And I might pick one that's not even on the list. Ah, no, you're mean. You're so mean. I see that one vote for Kotlin. Oh, nope, nope. Leg cramp, leg cramp. Don't cramp. That's bad. That's bad. It's bad. Walk it out. Oh, walking. Might be time to sit. Okay. Okay, we're not cramping. We're good. It's all good. Everything's fine. Everything is completely 100% fine. 100%. Oh, you're really gonna make me use Kotlin. I need 2 other people in chat. I need 2 people in chat to vote for something that's not Kotlin. Please. Vote for something I know. I'm not hopeful. Am I even saying it right? It is Kotlin. Yeah, okay. Well, that's what we're doing. That's fine. Oops, did I not? Oh, it's a very similar problem to the one we just did. I'm like, did I not change the problem? I did change the problem. It's just extremely similar. Okay. Changing out to Kotlin and adding that somewhere. There we go. To the list of things I now apparently know. Okay, given an integer array nums and an integer val, remove all occurrences of val in nums in place. The order of the elements may be changed. Then return the number of elements in nums which are not equal to val. Consider the number of elements in nums which are not equal to val to be k. To get accepted, you need to do the following things. Change the array nums such that the first k elements contain the elements which are not equal to val. So we can do something real similar to the thing I just spent like 40 minutes working out. Okay, this is good. I like that. Okay. Remove element nums is an integer array. As an int, we're returning an int. All right. I need some basic syntax here. Basic syntax. Okay. Okay, simple. Simple is all we need here. So it looks like we go val. And whoa. That was really loud. Apparently I have an ad open in a tab somewhere. And I accidentally just told it to turn on and play very loudly in my ear. Something about a Subaru. Oh, I think I do need to start at 0 for these. Val right equals 0. Oh, do we have semicolons? No. Semicolonless languages. All right. Then while read is less than nums dot count length. What do we think? Do you have an example in here? Maybe? No, of course not. Kotlin array length. I know when to use an array. I access and modify elements. That's okay, great. I just want to know how long it is. How do I know how long it is? I just want to know how long it is. Use arrays, create arrays. Make an array of nulls. Start to take size. Don't need to nest them. This is not helpful. Dot size. That's all I needed to know. Just want to know what word it is I'm trying to type. Oops. Okay. So this is very similar to the last one. So except we can't start at the second element. We have to look at the first element. Because it isn't cracked Java. It doesn't look too Java-y. Oh yes, obligatory. You know, don't forget to subscribe or something. No, wait, what platform is this? Twitch. Follow. You can follow. It's anonymous. I won't call you out unless you say something in chat. Because we appreciate lurkers here. Goodness knows I lurk in so many streams. So many streams. So don't be afraid to follow. I won't call you out unless you want me to. There's very questionable driving skills on this street. I wonder sometimes. Anyway, okay. So we're pointing at the first element. I guess this is a little, not necessarily, okay. We just want to get rid of the 2s, and this is not sorted. They're all mixed in there. So if the first element is the thing we want to get rid of, watch me struggle to wrap my brain around exactly the same thing we just did. Ugh. So if nums read equals val, oops. I really hate that the variable initializing keyword here is val in this language, but they've used val the string. Couldn't just write out the word value. I hate it. It's not confusing at all. Okay. Then we want to move the right head up to here. So right equals read. Else if they're different, oh, you know what? We won't necessarily have a place to write things. Hang on, maybe this is completely different than the thing we just did. Because it's not sorted. But we don't have to keep it in any particular order, it says. So I guess the read head will just go along and we'll mark a spot to write. Null? Null seems to be a keyword. Else if the thing we're reading is not the value, then if write is not null, then nums write equals nums read, and then this is a newly available write spot. Since we've copied the value further back in the array, then this is a newly available write spot. in any case, at the end of all of this, we need to advance the read head. Okay. And then what are we returning? We're going to return... We're going to return... This is a little bit different because things aren't sorted. So we could have value at, like, what if value is the last element? What if the last element in the array is equal to value? But likewise, what if the last... I guess at the very end of this, because there's like a case where we found the last instance of value is like 3/4 of the way through the array, and we get to the end of the array and, well, I guess no, wait, the way we've done it, we'd shift everything. No, hang on. I'm confusing myself. If nums equals value, and then the right head goes here. No, that's not it. This isn't it. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. Both gonna start at 0. Now. So it's gonna be, they're gonna be between 0 and Values between 0 and 100. The length is between 0 and 100. So what happens in the instance where we have length 1 array and the one element in the array is the value we're trying to remove? You return 0 for the length. Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. And the other follow. This is great. Gonna make that 100 follower goal in no time. Not that anything special happens at 100 followers, it's just the goal of the moment. Maybe I'll get cake or something. We can have a party. I don't know, what kind of fun stream what's a good stream idea for like 100 follower celebration? Doesn't have to be huge or fancy, but we could do something fun for 100 followers. Okay. If if num's read is not equal to val, then we want to advance both our read and write heads. Read's going to advance regardless anyway. Oh, God, I hate that. But if they're the same, I don't want to advance the right head. I want to leave it there. And then what's the case where I want to write? I guess I have no right head until I find the first instance. I have no right head until I find the first instance of value. Yeah, I know. I'm about to rewrite this. So. So if nums read equals val, and I don't know if that's the proper syntax here, write is null, then we want to set write to read. Otherwise, hang on. I'm doing so well at explaining things while I talk, or while I code. Let me write things and then I'll explain it. Otherwise, if write's already been set, I don't know. Come back to that. Else. So the numbers, so the value we're reading is not the value we're deleting. Then if write is not null, we can make nums write equal to nums read. And then if we do that, then we want to move the write head up to this index, because now this is a place where we can copy something. I feel like I'm still not doing this quite right. Basically, if we've encountered a number that isn't equal to val, and we have a place earlier in the array to copy it, do that, and then move the write head up to this point. So I feel like this is right. As in correct. Because if we don't have a place to write this number earlier in the array, then we don't need to do anything. Just for my own. Just for my own notes. Excuse me. But I feel like this part isn't right. I just know we want to set it here else. I guess maybe I need to fill in this case, hey? So there's a case where we've encountered a value that we need to delete. So say there's like 2 numbers in a row that we need to delete. There's 2 numbers in a row we need to delete. Or some number in a row we need to delete, then we can't advance the right head until we have something to copy into it. And then things get all out of sync. So this doesn't work as well because things aren't sorted. But if they happen to clump up, how do we handle a clump? How do we handle a clump? I almost just want to run through the array and find all the indexes. Or maybe I don't have to loop through the array. I can just find all the indexes of val. And then run backwards through the array, copying items from the end that aren't val into those indexes. Would that make more sense? Find all the indexes of val. And then go backwards through the array, copying items into those indexes. And then there's the problem of what if one of those instances of val is in the end of the array. Size of nums and the remaining elements are not important. I just need to return the count of items that aren't num. Oh, hang on. I have a read head going from, or like a write head, I guess, going from the beginning, stopping on the first instance of val, at which point I have a read head at the end that goes until it finds something that isn't val, copies it into there, and then this moves forward until it finds the next instance of val, or if it crosses my end. So why am I making right equal read? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going about this all wrong is why. I am not making sense. I mean, the dumb way of doing this is just go through the array and, you know, remove each of the elements, but... You know, for the sake of getting it done, I'm going to do it the dumb way first. Also to slightly learn Kotlin. I want to set, I don't want to set. What if I want to delete? Delete array item. No, I don't want to filter. I want remove at. Okay. Removes it from the others. But does it do it in place? Is what I want to know. Does it do this in place? Oh my god. Gotta find out what tab has noise going in it. So, yeah, okay, that's fine. I strongly suspect this does not do it in place. Do I have a link to the documentation? But whether it returns a thing? Well, I'm gonna try it and see if it does it in place. Or I suppose I could Google. Kotlin remove at. Would like some documentation. Turns, okay. Not remove, just remove. From this map. Oh, maybe I truly can just go and return nums dot, what was it, size? Count? Length? What is it in this one? I don't remember. Kotlin array length. Size. It can't possibly be that easy. If I do like that, because stupid reasons. Okay. Question. How do I access this variable that has the same name as the initializing word in this language? Can I just call it value? Will that work? Nope. Type mismatch. Can I not? Come on now. Can I, is it print line value? Can I do that at least? Okay, we'll just get rid of that line right now. Okay. Not helpful. This should be... This says I can do it. This says I can just do myArray.remove. Choose this array. Dot remove. Does it make a difference because it's strings? Remove values from int array Kotlin. Okay. I don't have a list, I have an array. Is it still mutable? Okay. I don't want to filter though, I have to do it in place. Don't want to array copy. Are arrays mutable in Kotlin too? Okay, just for testing purposes. I'm gonna try remove at. And see if that works. Does it remove capital A? No. This is not helpful. This is not working. Okay, I need a little 5-minute break. If anybody has great insights while I'm gone, please put it in chat. Otherwise, I'll see you in a few minutes. We're back. Remove is for a list, not an array. See this? But then this is talking about arrays, and it's misleading. It's very upsetting. Oh, shh. Click the wrong button. There we go. All right. New plan. We're gonna have a start at 0. And we're gonna have an end at nums.size -1. And then while start is less than or equal to end, we'll end this with advancing start. But it only matters if nums, nope, square brackets, start is val. Then we want to loop starting from the end, so while nums, square bracket, end is not val, or no, sorry. We want to move the end. Okay, so if the thing we're looking at the end happens to be val, we want to move it further up the list. At which point we know that it's a number that we want to copy into our start space. So we can do nums start equals nums end. Unless, of course, this shift has made it so start and end have crossed. So we should check that again. If start is still less than end. Then we can copy that number earlier into the array and move end. then we'll advance start, and the song start is... Well, I suppose we want that to be less than ends, don't we? Then, if the number we're looking at is value, read from the end until we find something that's not val, and if we still haven't crossed, copy it into the spot. And then at the very end of all of that, we should be able to return start should be the number of items in the array that we've appropriately processed. Is it going to be start or start minus 1? So I'm currently thinking this through. Start or start minus 1? I think it's going to be start because 0 indexing. Let's try that. Oh, syntax errors. Okay. We like things in parentheses in this language. Can I? Ah, yes. Oh, you're right. Thank you. Yes, value and value. Thank you so much. That was going to be an annoying bug. Oh, I used the wrong brackets. Come on. Please. Val cannot be reassigned. Oh. No. Define a variable? Literally, how do I create use variables? I just want a code example. Please, can I just have a code example? But see, this says val. Creates a variable called count. Initial value of 2. Oh, really? So var is for changeable things and val is for constants? Really? Really? Really gonna be like that? Okay, well, it runs. This is progress. Return the number of elements and numbers which are not equal to val. Okay. I'm missing something. So running through my code, so this is equal. So we want, so that'll get subtracted to here. So then we copy 2 into here. So we copy 2 into here and subtract it one more time, which means my indices have crossed. Okay, okay, so I don't quite want to do this. So this is the part that's not gonna fly. No, wait. Got my start here, my end here. So this is a thing I want to copy into. This is a thing I don't want to copy, so my end moves to here. And we copy the 2 into here. I do want that to be less than or equal. Yeah, that works. Oh, come on. Oh. I guess I should check that end is greater than 0, hey? Or greater than -1. To make sure it's not an array index out of bounds exception. Let's try that. Unresolved revenue. What? Is that not how we do ands in Kotlin? We have double equals and triple equals. I just want to know. I just want to know whether it's an and or a 2 ampersands. So if I want to do, okay, Kotlin if. If... Oh, when? That's cool. But I want to know how to combine these. Ah, okay, so when is like the switch. For while. Okay, but I want to know about ands. I know the double pipe is the or, but is the double ampersand the and? Is that what it's complaining about? Resolve reference. Hang on. No, fine. What? Oh, jeez. It's not nums. End. End. Oh my god. That wasn't even the problem. I just typed the wrong thing. I want to make sure my index is greater than -1. That's what we're doing. Ah. Still wrong. I suppose there's the case where there is one variable, or there's one item, and we don't want the one item. In which case, at this point, start's going to be 1, which is going to return the whole array. Okay, how do I handle the case where there's one item? Maybe what I wanted to return here is end, actually. Maybe that's it. And this one end ends up being here, and then we copy that into there, copy that there, and then it moves here. Yeah. That should work, shouldn't it? So start and we have end. That's the value we need to get rid of, and that's value, so we move that. We copy that over here, so these are 2, 2 now. And end goes here. Start goes here. It should be end, shouldn't it? I mean, to make this one work, I can just force it with a +1. But I don't think that'll work for everything. I don't know if it's just an off by... Is it just an off by 1 error? Works for this, but am I... Oh my god, it was just an off by 1 error! Ha ha ha! And our runtime beats 91%! Almost 92% of users. Oh! Oh, we did it. Okay. We did it, chat. We got there. We got there in the end. See yours? Sure, let's take a look at yours. Let's bring it over here so we can actually see it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was this magic? What is this? Nums right plus plus. What does this magic line do? What is that? What magic syntax? So is this advancing? This is increasing right. It increases right after you copy? And then, ah. Okay, okay, okay. Neat. Didn't know you could do that. That's cool. I'll have to remember to pull that one out someday in the future. When somebody asks me a Kotlin question, I'll be like, I don't know Kotlin, but I do know this one thing. I get to feel so smart. Alright, so it's a pretty similar... Pretty similar. Kind of close. That works for most languages with a... Huh. Well, now I'm gonna have to try that with the languages that I do know. No idea you could do that. So, okay, but the plus plus A and A plus plus. So could you do that with like... So if you did access at plus plus index, would that be equivalent to advancing the index and writing it there? Versus index plus plus, which is writing it and then advancing the index. Does it work that way? Huh. I've learned something today. Now, do I feel like doing another one is the question. We've been going for a little over 2.5 hours. I don't know if I feel like doing another one. Might be time to go have dinner, actually. It's just about 6 o'clock for me. So I think maybe. I think maybe we go find somebody to raid is what we do. got for other people doing software? What do we got? What do we got? I'm open to suggestions. If you've got somebody that we should go raid. Looking ideally for a not a white dude. Nothing wrong with white dudes, just, you know, trying to promote the not white dude aspect of tech, you know? There's a lot of white dudes. Who are you? You look maybe interesting. Maybe this person. How does this work? I'm still learning all these. Still learning all this stuff. Ah, my god. Pre-roll ads. I want to see what this person's doing. They had the visually impaired tag, and I would love to watch how visually impaired development works. Because I have kind of a soapbox about accessibility in tech, particularly web tech, because that's what I know. But I have a soapbox about it. And so if I can, you know, promote stuff and learn things. I super can't hear this over my own music. I don't know. Let's go raid this person. We'll go make a friend. Okay. Yeah, so streaming schedule Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern-ish. Heavy on the ish. Monday and Friday, we're doing LeetCode. Wednesday, we're doing Cozy Games, which is Paleo Pines for right now. Yeah, so I'll see you on Wednesday for some Cozy Paleo Pines. Otherwise, back here Friday, 2 p.m. for some more LeetCode. Alright.